What, according to you, is the difference between marketing and sales? If you have come across this or a similar question in your interviews, then this video is perfect for you. For the longest period, there has been this debate on understanding the exact difference between marketing and sales. And while anyone can give you a gist when asked, I thought it's important for marketing students to understand the difference in depth. So if you're interested, keep on watching. Hello you guys, welcome back to the Marketing Empress. Of course, before we move into the content of this video, if you haven't already, please like, share and subscribe to the channel by hitting the bell notification icon so that the next time around we upload a video on marketing, you guys are notified first. So without further ado, let's get started. Now when you do your MBA in marketing, more often than not, a fresher joins a company for a sales profile, whereas most likely an experienced candidate may get a core marketing role. In either case, it becomes extremely crucial for you to know the difference between the two. So, if you are ever given a choice, you can choose the one that best suits you. This video will include answers to the following questions. Number 1. What is marketing? Number 2. What is sales? Number 3. Key differences between sales and marketing. And lastly, we'll look at some Indian examples to understand the differences. Now let's look at each of them in detail. Let's understand what is marketing. I hope you aren't expecting a dictionary definition here. The Marketing Empress is all about providing practicality. And that's what we will cover here as well. Marketing, in a sense, is communication. So, is marketing and advertising the same thing? Not really. There's a difference. Marketing is all about attracting the right leads and prospects to your organization so it can convert into sales. If a company has a product, how do consumers come to know about it? Through the company's marketing efforts, of course. And what really happens when you get the prospects or leads? That's the next part of the video. Now let's understand what is sales. Now sales includes everything that a company indulges in after marketing acquires the leads and prospects. So it involves direct dealing with the leads to make them buy your product. A brief understanding can be that sales are all about selling the goods and services and converting prospects into your customers. Now let's look at the key differences between sales and marketing. We can broadly divide the differences into 3 buckets. Let's look at these. Number 1, goals. How are the goals different for the marketing and sales department of a company? Now, while both have the primary goal of revenue generation, the difference lies in the multi-layered goals that each takes into consideration. When it comes to marketing, the goals revolve around understanding the consumers from a broader lens, coming up with ways in which you can target your communication, indulging in market research, etc. So while advertising is a part of marketing, there are multiple other things that a marketing person would consider under the bucket of goals. Now, when it comes to sales, the goal is to convert a lead into a prospect and a prospect into a customer. Sales goals revolve around answering questions like, what is it that I can say or do that creates an instant connection with the person? And he or she is then compelled to buy. The goals for a sales department are also majorly focused on volumes and targets to achieve for conversions. Number 2, processes. There are multiple differences to consider even when you are trying to understand the processes that both these departments take over. While marketing may have a multi-layered approach, sales is pretty direct. Let's understand the marketing process. Now, the marketing process includes the 4 P's of marketing, that is, product, price, place, and promotion. The process takes into account what is it that we want to communicate, who do you want to communicate this to, and lastly, how exactly do we go about communicating this? Now, let's look at the sales process. The sales process includes the structure, the team, the target market, and the overall goals to achieve. As mentioned earlier, the sales process may start for a company after the marketing efforts are set in. This is because only when people know about the product can you sell them the product. Lastly, let's look at the structure. It's important to note that various companies will have different sales or marketing structure. But in general, to take an example, let's look at how different the structure looks like for both these departments in most organizations. First, let's look at the marketing department structure. The marketing team is headed by the Chief Marketing Officer, CMO. This person manages various senior vice presidents, associate vice presidents under him or her. There are senior managers, assistant managers, and lastly we have executives or associates. The most crucial difference to consider here is that these days a typical MNC will have 2 different marketing departments. One department that looks at the mainline communication. This will include your print communication, TV, outdoor, etc. Whereas the other department solely focuses on digital marketing. Clearly, the latter department must be getting a lot of importance in today's day and age. But mainline communication still plays a major role. Now let's look at the sales department structure. The sales department is headed by the sales head. This person manages the sales manager, area sales manager, territory sales manager, etc. Now again, a small company may not have a robust vertical bifurcation, but this is most commonly seen to be the case. Then we have sales executives, sales representatives. They may be more involved in the on-ground sales processes. So clearly the distinction between sales and marketing structure is quite evident. Lastly, let's look at some examples to understand the difference. Let's consider a real estate firm XYZ. Now XYZ has a project in Mumbai that they wish to launch in the month of March and want to gear up their sales and marketing teams for the same. The marketing department will be the first one to step in. They would get a thorough understanding of the product, which in this case is the house that is being offered, the target consumers, and the marketing budget. They may have some market research in place if it's a new locality that they have to target. They will then get down to business, create communication, and the much needed buzz around the launch. Most of the communication at this stage will include a CTA, that is, a call to action that ensures lead generation. When the desired leads are generated, that is when the sales department sets in. Now it is their responsibility to sell the product directly to the leads and generate revenue. The final conversion, of course, rests in the hands of the sales department. So to conclude, we can see from the example as well as the post in general that sales and marketing may not be complete without each other. So even if they are distinct in nature, they need to work together for the greater good of the organization. So that's it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed and learned something out of it. If you did, please leave your valuable feedback in the comment section below. And before you leave, please ensure that you like, share and subscribe to the channel by hitting the bell notification icon so that you get updated about our future uploads. On the Marketing Empress, we upload every Tuesdays and Fridays. At the same time, there is a marketing short released every single day. So that's some kind of content that you do not want to miss out on. So make sure you hit that bell notification icon. Until next time, bye-bye.